Hi folks, how you doing? This is Brian here from the 7 Aspects of Life channel. The 7 aspects being the aspect of your spirit, your soul, your body, your finances, your social life, restfulness, and duplication. Those being the 7 aspects of life that this channel focuses on. Today I wanted to talk about we focus on the 7 aspects of life, and of course there's other situations in life that need to that is part of the 7 aspects of life. It's part of the purpose, part of your dreams, part of your being able to fulfill your dream, part of the 7 habits. But I just wanted to mention another aspect or component of the 7 aspects of life that out of my experience and out of searching for understanding, for knowledge, for understanding and applying that knowledge is with the 7 aspects of life. There are tools that you use to make sure that the 7 aspects are operating in the best condition possible. There's what I call tools, and there's also what I call the situation whereby you learn from others. So the first component is made out of 3. I'll try to keep it as simple as possible. One of my beliefs is that you should be able to teach something it is so clearly that a 2-year-old can understand it. So the first component is made out of 3 things. The first one is I call them tools. So there's this supernatural tools that you use, that you can use over your 7 aspects of life, over your 7 habits, over your purpose. And the supernatural tools are things like prayer, things like things that pertain to the spirit that you can do to help you become more effective or more efficient in the process of fulfilling your purpose, in the process of working your 7 aspects, or in the process of applying the 7 habits. So there's spiritual tools that you can use, like I said, prayer, reading holy scriptures, meditate on holy scriptures, things that are spiritual. They're tools that you can use that can help you do what you need to do, asking for help or looking for insight, that'll make you do what you need to do within the aspects, within the habits, within purpose easier. So that's the tools. One of them is spiritual tools, and the other tools that I use is your natural tools. There's natural tools, like right now I'm using the light of the sunset to make the video lighting look I think it looks good. I believe it looks good. I'm not sure, that's my opinion, but the light from the sunset, I'm using natural tools. The natural tools like using the daylight, natural tools like using your physical health, using your those are natural tools that you can use to help you fulfill your purpose, or to be more effective when it comes to applying the 7 habits, or when it, into the 7 aspects, or fulfilling your purpose. So you have spiritual tools and you have natural tools, that you can fully use. And then also you have the last situation, the last part of the component that I call tools is the artificial tools. That's like my phone I'm using right now, sitting in the car, anything that's man-made, pretty much artificial tools. So you have spiritual tools, you have natural tools, and then you have artificial tools. And the key, out of my experience, is trying to maximize these tools and trying to find, if use them to the maximum, and at the same time always looking for, is there any way I can do this better? Can I upgrade these tools? Can I update these tools? Or can I upgrade to a better tool that works better? Like maybe in the future I might invest in a camera, an actual camera instead of just a phone. So you have these, the component of tools, you have these three sections, that you can use to maximize it as a tool to do all these things that are within the 7 aspects of life. So that's the first component. The second one is having a mentor for every aspect of your life. Having somebody who you look up to in your spiritual aspect, who's already like gone to where you try to get to. That's you might know them personally, or you might not. They might have videos out there that you can be watching. Like my mentor, the person who I call my mentor, is not even alive right now, but they have tons of video that they left behind that I use to help me to elevate myself to the kind of thinking that he had. So the second component, like I said, is also has 3 sections to it. So the first one is having a mentor in every aspect, having a spiritual mentor, a soul mentor, a physical mentor, somebody who maybe when you work out, there's somebody who has a certain physique that you want to look at, or somebody who has a certain health level of health is you admire and you would like to attain that level. So most of the people have videos out there. If not, you could know them personally. So somebody who stretches you, who pulls you to the next level of every aspect. So you have a spiritual aspect, like I said, a soul aspect. You have somebody who can stretch your health, physically. Then you have a financial aspect, what's the word I'm looking for? A mentor, somebody who's, financially you'd want to emulate, and some, obviously it's people who you want to emulate and who also want to teach, who want to also show others what they did, because there's people who are they're probably up there and are doing good, but they're not willing to teach others. So there's 2 aspects to it. They're willing to teach, and they're where you would like to be. A financial mentor, social, somebody who's really good with people. You'd like to find out what they know, so they can elevate your social aspect to the level that that they're at. And all the way to more like the relaxing. There's people who are good. They know how to renew themselves. They know how to rejuvenate. They things that they do that help them to come back stronger than they were, to be able to start working on life's challenges all over again. People are out there who know stuff. And then you have, last but not least, duplication. This is somebody who knows how to pass on information, somebody who knows how to a teacher, pretty much, somebody who knows how to pass on what they know effectively to other people. And maybe they might, you might learn something from them that you would never have learned if you didn't talk to them. So every aspect, including your purpose, you need a mentor. That was my experience. I have a mentor in every one of them. And the next section is you need I call it a colleague. A colleague is somebody who walks with you, a friend of yours who you're kind of like at the same level, and you share your struggles and you share your situations with. They're walking with you. They're at the same level, but they're walking with you. You don't want somebody who's not moving forward. You don't want somebody who like does not support you in what you're doing, and you're supporting them. So it's like a friend that's walking with you on this path, that encourages you, listens to you. Remember, mentor is not a friend. Your mentor can, if it's on a one-on-one thing, he has a right to get on you. He has a right to call you out if you're not doing what you're supposed to do. But this friend is somebody who understands. He accepts you the way you are, as you are. But at the same time, he also won't just let you slack. He's the encourager. You encourage each other. It could be your wife, could be your best friend. So it just depends. And then last but not least, a mentee. So a mentee is somebody who, it's kind of like, it kind of blends into the duplication aspect, where you have somebody who you are teaching. Like I said on another video, is somebody's holding your hand and you're holding somebody else's hand. So they're pulling you up and you're holding somebody else's hand who's a little lower than you, and you're all just pulling each other up. And at the same time, you have somebody who's right next to you, who's your colleague, who is cheering you on. So you need those three people. That's what I call that's the second component of, I call it mentorship. I mean, I don't call it, but that's the words that I commonly use. Mentorship, colleagueship is a word I just created so that I can give it a word that matches mentorship, colleagueship, and menteeship. So that those are the things that I believe that are super important when it comes to the tools that you use to help you to be more effective and more efficient when it comes to taking care of the 7 aspects, so that those 7 aspects are operating in the utmost condition that they can be, to reduce the distractions that are usually there when you don't take care of the 7 aspects while you're trying to fulfill your purpose. So remember, we're trying to reduce the distractions, and like I said, the 7 aspects is like the vehicle that will take you to your destination. So you have to take care of this vehicle that will take you there. You have to make sure it's running good. That's what the 7 aspects are. They should be running good. And when something's wrong in life, really, when something's not going right, or something's happening somewhere, that, like, when you feel like you're not making progress, when you feel like you're not fulfilling your purpose the way you should, it's usually something going wrong in the 7 aspects. Something in the 7 aspects is being left behind. Something in the 7 aspects hasn't been updated or upgraded. Something in the 7 aspects has not been mastered. Something in the 7 aspects is something is happening. There's something in the 7 aspects. It's like like the car. If there's something wrong with the car, it's not gonna be operating at the utmost best. It's not gonna be at its best the way it was manufactured to be, because something's missing. There's a part of it that's not running the way it should. So I'm not saying that we're like machines, but kinda, but a whole lot more better. So we always check, how's my spiritual aspect going? That's what, my experience. How's my soul, aspect going? How's my physical aspect going? How's my, you're constantly checking to make sure that everything's running smooth. It's a lifetime thing. We the only time it stops is when we stop. But other than that, we have to constantly check. Just like when we do that anyway. It's just that this time you're doing it more cautiously. You're doing it with more understanding, and you know what areas to look at. If things are going good, then when things are not going good, you know exactly what to do, where to look at. You have it becomes easier to check or troubleshoot. It's easier to have a troubleshoot because you know the places to look at to find anything that might be holding you back. You know, say for example, if I'm doing all the 6 aspects and skipping one, it's going to affect all the others. So if I know that if I know where to look, oh, maybe I haven't been exercising as often as I should. You know, that's why maybe I'm feeling low, and that affects my financial aspect. It affects the way I deal with other people, and it affects my sleep. You know, it's just like it's a domino effect. So that's why we need to take care of all of them. And it does not have to be like tedious. It's just a natural thing that you do. You just check and make sure everything's good, and if it's not, find out what it is, fix it, and keep going. You know, that's really what it is. So the 2 components, again, just to summarize this video, because I'm about to end it. So the 2 components is the tools. The first component is I call them the tools, supernatural tools. You know, prayer, spiritual conversation with a spiritual Father in heaven, spiritual literature, anything that pertains to spiritual, situation. I know a lot of people might not believe that spirits exist, but you can understand what I'm saying. And then also the natural tools. In the component of tools, you have the spiritual tools, the natural tools, which is the sun, the daytime. Don't burn daylight. Make sure you wake up early. Your physical body. All those are natural tools that you can use. And then last but not least, artificial tools. The phone I'm using right now, the car I'm sitting in, just man-made things that you can use. And then the second component is mentorship in every aspect, colleagueship. It could be one person, or you can have as many as you want, really. As the key thing is just that they're not holding you back. They're cheering you on, and you're cheering them on. The colleagueship and menteeship. Somebody you're learning from, somebody you're learning together with, and somebody you're passing on whatever you're learning. So you're being grown, and you're growing others. It's a flow. You're all moving. Excuse me. So I am hoping that I kept it as simple as I always desire to keep it, to where anybody can understand what I'm saying. And with that, I will see you on the next video. Thank you. Bye.